So we've been camping a couple of times, and both times it got a little chilly. So the wife has been begging me to put the heater in this truck. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put a spare tire carrier on here. My name is Chad, and you're watching Broke Overland. Now, before the wife gets mad at me, I do have a heater there, and I have another one over there, so they're in the shop. They're ready to go. But in the meantime, I have a whole lot of this 1.5" Dom tubing. Figure I'd go ahead and use some of this make that spare tire carrier. And step number the first is we're gonna have to figure out the interior bolt pattern and everything so that we can have a plate made up for this guy. And to do that, I need to pull this thing in the shop and make a template. Cool, because then I'll have 4 tubes coming through like right here that'll mount to a rack on the back of the truck. Well, I partially drew this thing up in CAD, so I will show you the visual on the truck of what that looks like. So I mocked up the lower bends in SketchUp, and now I'm just using SketchUp AR so that I can see if I like the way it looks on the truck. And then once we actually get a version that we like, I can go ahead and make the bends to this model. We've got a bunch of this extra pipe. It's not extra, actually. It was a roof rack project that never came to fruition. So I'm going to use it as a spare tire carrier, because it should be strong enough. And if it's not, well, no big deal. We've got more. We're gonna go 17 inches at the start of the bend. I need to come back 5/8 of an inch. Okay, let's go to 90 degrees. Just make sure we are doing. I have no idea what I did with my digital level indicator. Digital angle electro-digital machine thing. Okay, so that should spring back to be 90. There we go. 5/8. To go. Up 5/8, okay. Still 0. There's our pipe. Boy, that doesn't look tall enough. Been nicer to actually buy the right length pipe, but well, since we already have it, we already have it. Actually have longer pipe. This was a short piece. Could just bend another one. I think I'll just bend another one. It's just pipe. Sorry, it's just tube. Oh, matter of fact, we'll just use these two. I don't think we need to watch me bend pipe all day. Let's see if we can scratch the paint a little. Oh, piss. let's, ooh, that's not tight at all. Hey now. I was just joking about the scratching the paint shit. Dang it. Okay, let me grab another one of those clamps. Son of a bitch. We're an inch too close. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nope. No, that's not gonna frickin' hold. There we go. That's not gonna do it either. What the hell? No. There we go. There we go. Back up, take a look. Yeah, that's gonna have to come. I don't like that. That is 3/4 of an inch, and I need 2.5 in between. How did I do that? Oh well. Guess we snip it off here, and then weld them back together. Cut 5/8 of an inch off each side, so we can spread that apart. Okay, good to know. There, just like that, you can't even tell we welded one of these guys in the wrong spot. I need it down here, because when the pulley is on there, if I had it right here where I had it before, it hits the truck. Of course, I welded it solid by the time I got there. And then we also had to shorten down our legs by 5/8 of an inch. Okay, take 12. So we're just, that's where I had the thing before, which the pulley ran right into the thing, so we're gonna move it down here so the pulley will go back to a winch that'll be mounted on a crossbar back there. Got ourselves a package. I can't even wait to get over to the shop. I'm gonna open it right now. This is where we get to see how good my CAD skills are not. Oh, look at that. Hello, you sexy bastard. Ooh. There is our plate. All right, let me grab a tape measure. Spare tire carrier plate 1. There we go. So, well, fine. That'll tell me 4 inches. Yeah, this is right. Cool. Awesome. Okay, we got our plate from Oshkosh, and you can see my fingerprints on it. So what we're doing is, since I had made these holes just the exact same size as our tube, I can trim back 1/4 of an inch on the lathe, just about 2 thou, and then it just sits in there just like that. Barely jams in there. Then I can weld it on this side, flip it over, weld it on the other side, put a cap on it, and we'll be pristine. And step number the first is to make sure these are all exactly the same length. So this is going to be our good piece. We are exactly 3 inches. Well, 3.08 inches. This one's 3.09. 3.09. Holy crap, I did that on the bandsaw? That's unusual. And 3.09. Dude. That was all done with the bandsaw. Well, the old saying, rather be lucky than good, is true. Well, let's chuck these up and get them spun down. Let's do the rest. Zero this guy out over here. One and 2 and half. Oop, oop. Little over. Oh well. These things happen. All right, back this guy back off to 0. Come in. So we just 0 him out. One, 2, and a half. Perfect. Okay, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into now. Put the synthetic line on there. We'll see if that... Okay, that's not going to do much for that. Okay, so if I go there, stop swinging. Okay, let's see if that will allow us to put the plate, whatever the hell I did with the plate, there it is. Take the plate, line it up with some holes. Be able to get a little more out of that. Let's see how high that thing comes up. And there we go. We're got our finally not awesome welds, but you know, at least it's welded on there, and I don't have to grind them down like I did with the other ones. I did this a little bit backwards from what I would kind of expect it to be, since we're going to be dragging the tire up across this plate. I didn't want the stud sticking out, and also as the tire gets on there, it gets adjusted around. If it's swinging around, I don't want to strip the threads if I had studs sticking out. So I welded the bolts to the back of the plate. That way I can just run the stud, run 3/4 inch bolts with a flange washer on, you know, in the hole. So one other thing that I did, I don't know if you can see it, is I welded up inside the hole as well. So now I'll make a cap for each one of those and cap that thing off. And then for the most part, this thing is ready to go to the powder coaters. We'll see what their lead time is. Well, unfortunately, the powder coaters are booked up for the next 3 weeks, so I guess we're going to have to go for the next best thing. Ooh, Marvel and its wonders. Ta-da! So now all we got to do is put this dingle hopper thing onto that dingle hopper thing. But first we need to pull some power through the frame. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our power source. And we're going to clean these up some. But I think we're going to tap into our power source right here and here, because this should be 12 volt. But I'll double check. First thing we got to do is take this back off, because this is 10 gauge wire and it's got a 50 amp fuse on it. And this thing, when I was running it on the battery charger, it looked like it was pulling 30 amp at peak with a 20 amp when it was under load. So the length that we need to do, we should be down to 4 gauge wire. So I'm going to replace this into this box with 4 gauge all the way to the battery, and then put a breaker at the battery. Let's go get this thing and put it in. Bottom up. There we go. this truck is like 90% grease underneath here. Gonna have to fart around with this, aren't I? Okay. We have access to the winch bolts from the bottom. Good. So if that thing, well, I mean, it's Harbor Freight. When that winch decides to shit the bed, it's going to be not a terrible thing to replace. Alrighty. Well, we're only going to get to 2 of these. Huh? Let's do it from the other side, huh? Oh yeah. Little back cracked on that one. Yeah, that'll hold. Okay. Wheezing like a fat guy here. All right, let's go put some electrical together. Oh man, 4-gauge cable is no joke. Yeah, that ain't flipping over. Okay, so we've got our circuit breaker here. We've got our negative and positive. And now we get to see if it works. Well, nothing exploded yet. Let's see. Hey, we got power. Good. Let's see if this works. Want that to go in the center groove, like so. Huh, not enough juice. Okay. A little more. Fine. These cheap rollers are gonna have an interesting time, I think. Okay, so line that guy up like so. Oh, for Christ's sakes, dude. There we go. I should probably have the truck running for this, just because. Keys. This is why I didn't want to have those lugs sticking out. Let's get out of the zone of death there. There we go. I think 9 of these might have been too many. Oh, scared the shit out of me. I think I pooped myself a little. Well, and there we go. Got ourselves a spare tire. So join me next time when I do something else inside the truck and probably not install a heater until it gets a little bit warmer. So anyway, my name's Chad. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Okay. I think it's still recording. Crap. Oh, dude. I don't know if you caught that. I just stabbed myself in the knuckle. From the ground, I'll just put that on the floor.